Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of the JAWCast. I'm here with, well, you already know, the only different person here now is Liam. Say hi, Liam.
Hello.
Liam, how's your
I
day
am
been?
happy to be here. It was all right. I'm very tired, but I'm here. That's all that matters.
That's awesome, man. I'm glad.
I'm glad I'm here. Yeah.
Well,
I'm a blue emoji eating cookie.
Yeah. For real. That's what I'd be doing right now.
so
I'm big
Legit.
emoji.
overall, how's everyone's weekend been? You know, this weekend's been a day extra. You know, just want to know how everyone's.
Mid.
No sleep. That's describe it.
Columbus Day. Having the Monday off is nice.
Columbus Day?
Dude,
or
Indigenous
what is that?
Peoples Day.
Indigenous
Thank
Peoples
you.
Day.
God.
I forgot.
Sorry, I didn't know what that word was. Thank you.
It was nice. I mean, I know the streets have been waiting for episode 5, so it's good that we sit down and record. I'm happy to be here again.
That's
People
nice,
actually
man.
want to hear us. That's kind of insane.
I
I
don't
know,
believe
right?
it yet.
I'm not sure it's true.
Yeah.
It's just propaganda to get Jet to record.
Dude, yeah, I know. How else am I supposed to
Telling
get
me
you recorded?
lies.
Like, ask you?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's not gonna
That
work.
doesn't work. That hasn't worked for 2 weeks.
Yeah, literally.
Oh my
Well,
god.
my weekend was crazy. I went to Galveston over the weekend for a little bit, not too long. And on my way back, I was actually listening to a podcast called Smartless.
God.
Yeah, not okay.
Yo.
Crazy enough, not our podcast. So for once in my life, I'm not. What's the word for like self-centered? For once in my life, I'm not only thinking.
Egotistical?
Yeah,
Beep
for
boop
once in my
up.
life. Shut the fuck. All right, man.
You gotta
You're
do
not
them
a
like that.
narcissist.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
you always think about
narcissist.
yourself.
There you go.
Yeah.
Proved it. I'm not a narcissist. I was listening to someone else's podcast. Smartless. It's with the voice for BoJack Horseman, aka
No way.
uh,
Will.
Will Arnett. Thank you. And Jason Bateman. I think Jason is his first name.
Derulo?
Yeah, Jason
Oh,
Derulo.
Ted Lasso?
Yeah, it's actually Ted Lasso.
Confirmed.
And then some other guy.
Parent Core.
So it's them three, and then they have a guest on, kind of similar to us, where we have a guest on.
We're innovators. What
Um,
can we say?
Yeah, what can we say? I was laughing my ass off though. It was a good podcast, and I listened to it on the drive back to San Antonio, and I was taking notes because whatever they were doing, it was working. Again, really funny. And then while taking my notes, I kind of stopped because then I realized, yeah, we're never gonna make it to be that funny. So
I mean, they
Yeah.
are professional comedians, so I mean, I wouldn't beat yourself up too much about that.
And we're not? What the fuck?
I mean,
Yeah,
we're
What the
we're up and coming, but
Uh,
I wouldn't say we're not there yet.
No, man.
We haven't made
They're
it.
below me.
Yeah.
well, them three inspired me because they're talking about like stories, but they're talking about stories that like brought them to where they are today, or like just pivotal like random moments in their past that have like stuck out to them and for weird ways. So like for example, one of the stories found like $1 on the ground, and then for some reason that is like important or like stands out in their past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I wrote down some of my own, and so I guess we need content, Liam. I'll let
do. And before going to work and almost being late. No, it's almost being late. I was not late, but it was just the things that happened. I probably should have been late. So I have this friend who wanted something that I borrowed from him, and he wanted me to give it back to him, but
Like food.
I couldn't give it back to him in person because he wasn't at his house at the time. So he was like, drop it off in my alley. I was like, okay, I'll do that before I go to work. And this is at so I clock in at 8:30. This was at 7:30. I wake up and go over to his house to drop it off in his alley. But as I'm doing this, so his alley's got grass on either side. It's it's a pretty wide alley. It's very long. It's actually pretty peaceful. You're walking through it. It's got long grass. It's almost like I don't know, this dystopian post-apocalyptic alley.
Hunger Games.
I really enjoy it. But yeah, I was walking through his alley to just put this thing outside of his back door because I don't know how it's just the alley goes out to the back of the house, and while I'm doing that, I just put it down. Then I start walking back to my car because I'm like, oh shoot, it's 8:15. I have to be at work at 8:30. I gotta go because I was just lollygagging. But then I see my friend's dog. I walk 10, 15 meters back towards. I'm basically at my car, and then I turn around because I heard a noise, and I see my friend's gate, his back gate, just go up, and there's his dog just peeking out of the gate. The dog just looks at me and then just takes off in the other direction,
What the
and I'm
dog doing?
oh my god. Because it's 8:15 and this man is not home at his house. I don't think anybody is. And his dog just had taken out or taken off. And I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So naturally I just start chasing this dog. And man, I used to run cross country, but man, that was tough. That dog was running. She was just running. She wanted to get away. She was pissed or something. But I kept running after that dog. I wouldn't even know. I was just didn't know what to think. I was just it was full of adrenaline at that point. And eventually I do actually catch up to the dog somehow because she just stops running as hard because, she's a fucking stupid dog. But, I just then I had to walk her all the way back to the house because I was 3 blocks away. But yeah, I did end up actually catching the dog. But then there was I didn't have a leash or anything, so I was just trying to figure out my way back, while harnessing her. It's a big dog too. I'm just doing that. I'm just holding on. I'm walking really slowly. It's 8:20 now. I'm definitely probably gonna be late to work, but it's just it's what it is. I got into this situation myself. I got to deal with it. But then yeah, I just I call my. By the way, I had to call my friend at this point because I was like, "Yo, your dog is out, and I don't know how this happened, but you need to fix your gate because that thing just opened." But yeah, I I just go back. I put his dog back, and I end up making it up to work 5 minutes late. It's technically not late, but I made it. Even though my friend's dog got out while I was not prepared for that, and yeah, that was
That's epic.
one of the stories. It's just I don't even know. It just made me so mad that happened, and just I was
I'll
almost
let the
late
dog
for
go, to be honest.
dude.
understandably so.
Fuck
I
that
did
dog.
this too.
Dude,
Dog costing my bread, costing my time, my money. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's same way with Jet. Leave him. You don't need him.
yeah,
Save my
I'd leave
legs.
Jet.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, that's how it
Unfortunate.
goes. Yeah,
The way it
unfortunate.
goes.
That's yeah. To tie unfortunate stories. I don't have an unfortunate story about a dog, but to go back on what I was saying earlier about unfortunate stories that I can remember from my past. While in the car on my way here, I remembered a story that happened in 5th grade. And see, I hate the coast. I hate In and Out. I'm a true-hearted Texan. Whataburger is where I'm gonna get a burger if I'm hungry.
Oh god.
And so since at 5th grade, my small mind was, even though I've never had it before, I was in a huge like shit on In and Out. Never been, but I bet it sucks. And so my friend Josh, he invited me one day. He's like, "Hey, I've been to In and Out. It's cool. We're switching your opinion on it." I was like, "Yeah, man. Okay, sure, dude. We'll see what happens." And so it was me, his mom, and him, and we went to In and Out. We had the I ordered a burger, and I liked it.
No
But
way.
if you know me, you know that I am an asshole at heart. So I told him that it sucked. I thought it was the worst burger I've ever had. Because again, I stand by I stand by what I say, even if I'm wrong. So I was like, yeah, this burger is shit, man. I hate this burger. And so they were like, okay, well we'll leave. We'll leave, whatever, right? So we're on our way out, and I'm like, hold on, I gotta stop to the bathroom, right? To throw up that disgusting burger that I just consumed. And I had my drink in my hand, and once again, a friendly gesture was made. His mom reached out her hand. She said, "Andrew, let me hold that while you go to the bathroom." I looked back at her. I said, "No." Once again, being an asshole just to be an asshole. I said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm not letting you hold my drink. You took me to this shitty ass restaurant. I had to suffer through your burgers, and now you want to help me out? No, no, that's not how it works." So I walked into that bathroom feeling tough as shit, like a big guy, with my drink in my hand, and I went to urinal, and I started to piss. I was angry pissing, and of course, while doing this, I dropped my drink, and it was full, and it spilled everywhere, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, "That's right. That's right. You wanted this to happen. You wanted me to drop my drink." Yeah, and my friend at this point, Josh, he came to the bathroom at this point, and he's looking at me like I'm the biggest idiot, which I am. And he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "You know exactly what happened. This was your plan all along. You wanted me," just antagonizing the shit out of him. I was like, "You wanted me to spill my drink just to prove a point, just because I hated on your stupid ass In and Out burger fast food joint." So I walked out, and I looked directly at his mom, and she goes, "Where's your," in that really sarcastic, "Where's your drink, Ander?" And I'm like, "I dropped it. What do you expect me to do with it? Drink it?" And then she had to walk up to the minimum wage employee and look them directly in the face and say, yeah, this kid's a dumbass and didn't let me hold his drink, and just spilt it all in the restroom. I hate to be that guy, but just a warning, you might want to clean that up." And so while my friend and his mom are embarrassed walking out of the In and Out, I am proud of myself knowing that I can never show up my face at an In and Out again, nor would I ever
That's
want
awesome.
to, because that place sucks. And yeah.
I mean, you shouldn't have even told them though. You should just left the giant, just spill in the
I
middle of the
threw it
bathroom.
away.
And just like, yeah,
Yeah, man, the puddle, that's actually my piss. I threw away the drink. I just completely missed the urinal. That's on me.
well, I mean, I've done something similar before, but it was like more related to throw up. So I was on like a
Oh.
trip. It was a long car ride,
Mhm.
and like I just I've been having like my stomach's been hurting a long time for this like during this car ride, and I'm just like, oh, I'm not feeling good. And we were about to like go to a restaurant, like like we're getting out to like go eat at like a nice restaurant. It was like, we just got to wherever we were going on the road trip. I think it was South Padre. Yeah, we went to whatever some fancy restaurant there. And as soon as we get out of the car, I'm like, oh, I gotta hurl. And like, dude, I just like go to the nearest thing I see. There's like a bush right in front of the restaurant, and I just like throw up for like 5 minutes in that bush.
God.
And then after that, my parents are just like, well, let's just not eat here. So we just leave with like the throw up still in the bush,
Yeah.
It's just like,
Yeah.
we hated that restaurant so much, you just had to throw up in it and leave. It's just how it is. I mean,
Yeah.
so I mean,
Sometimes
that's why.
you just well, I'm gonna try to one up you here. I also have a throw up story on the car ride. And this happened before I even knew when I was in a car seat, before I even knew what like throwing up was. I didn't know like what it was. I just knew that it was like people could do it. So I'm sitting in my car seat and we're on this road trip and I get car sick very easily. So my parents are in the front, in the front, and I'm saying from because I don't exactly remember like 100%, but from my understanding is I was in the car seat and I was constantly just on repeat saying, I need a bag. I need a bag. I need a bag. and my family was like, for what? And I would just not answer. I just continue my constant parade of I need a bag. So finally my mom got me to say something else than I need a bag. She was like, Ander, just why do you need the bag? And I said, to spit in it. And they're like, we're not giving you a bag to spit in. That's disgusting. That's gross. I was like, okay, and then I just threw up in the car.
Yo.
The only part of that story that I remember clearly is getting out of the car at a Walmart and buying a completely new car seat because the previous one
Dude, that is
reeked.
terrible.
You have to trash that real quick.
Yeah, you gotta. I don't even know. I've thrown up in a car before, man. And it just like does not go away. The smell for like
It's different.
it's I don't know.
I can't. I don't know how people be throwing up so often. Like I can't even remember the last time that I threw up. Like
I throw up quite a bit.
I actually don't. I don't know why. Like I get really nauseous. Like I have like, and right as I'm about to throw up, I just like stop. Like it just stops. The nausea just kind of stops.
Like you get sick
for
when
some
you
reason.
throw up.
What? What?
You say you get sick when
He's being
you
a
throw
smart
up.
ass.
It's like they're connected.
It's maybe.
It's I don't know. Maybe I went on a limb there.
Maybe it's the other
Okay,
way around.
well,
Maybe I'm getting political.
is it just
Hey,
me
what's
or
up?
after you throw up, you feel better almost?
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
when
for
I,
sure.
yeah. You do. It will, I mean, because it's like all the toxin and like bad stuff leaving your body. So yeah, you feel like a lot better.
I don't know. Sometimes if you're throwing up for like a really long time, though, it's like you just like
It just
just like
hurts.
kind of look up and you're like your head just like is on fire, or like
Well, yeah.
your eyes you just start crying. Like I've started like crying like unintentionally just because like I've been throwing up that much. I don't know. It's
Crying
weird.
Well, does
Yeah,
yeah.
I've literally been crying and throwing up before.
Well, so
Yeah.
I have like a hero complex, or like Will was saying earlier, you could say I'm egotistical. So every time like I throw up and I look up, I just assume like I'm this badass that was just like after a fight, got out of the fight, had to throw up a bit. I'm the main character, you know how it is. And so I think that adds to like the feeling better after throwing up. Like not only do I not have the shit in my stomach, but I'm also walking out of that bathroom feeling great as hell. Like, but
That's one show.
This
Dude,
doesn't really like. I mean, this is kind of part of it. But do you guys remember in like either like elementary when like y'all would be doing work and then people just throw up at random? Like just little kids, they'd just throw up and then they'd bring the janitor and clean up with like wood chips. Or was that just
what
me?
elementary were
chips.
you going to, man? I don't know.
Okay, because in my elementary school, like we be doing our like times math, like those little like minute math sheets, like going as fast as we can, and people would just they like look up and they just be like, "Ugh," and just throw up all over their desk, and the teacher would like stop us, and then the janitor would come in and they'd put like either like not wood chips, but they'd put like something over the throw up before they cleaned it up, and like and then we just kept going. We kept it pushing. I don't.
I mean,
I don't know why wood chips is what they're throwing on.
Well, they
There would
threw
be
like something.
something to mask the
It
smell.
looked like wood chips. It looked like wood chips. I'm not sure if it actually was wood chips, but I just remember they threw something on it.
Well,
But yeah,
I've seen a poor guy throw up after when I was working at Julian's 24 hours a week. You would see some things, and I remember there's this one guy who was actually okay. This story has like it is weird. It is a weird story. I don't know if I should. Actually, it's fine. So
yeah, go ahead.
yeah, these two, like, I'm gonna say 70-year-olds. I want to say 70-year-olds. Because they were like, they looked pretty old. They were an older couple. It took like 10 minutes to get them to their seat. You know what I mean? Like it took them.
Yeah.
So they sit down and they ordered a pizza, right? And
it's a bad move.
they
Yeah.
no pizza maybe. They were definitely first of all, they had the stench of like alcohol on them. Like I walked by them and they smelled horrible. So I knew that they were drunk. What I didn't know is as I was delivering their salads, they were both smoking it up with their jewels. They're going crazy. They were getting
You said
high.
they were 70?
Yeah. Like this shit, they would die. I was very convinced that they were gonna die in this place. So not only are they high, but they are also drunk. And so I brought out their pizza, and the guy looks at me, and he goes, "Where's the spinach? Where's the spinach I ordered?" Okay, this thing was covered in spinach. This thing was completed in spinach. There's not a single piece of spinach missing. But I didn't want to argue with him. Because who knew what he was going to do? So I said, my bad, let me go put some on. I walked a total of 6 feet away from that table, waited 5 seconds, turned around, and then gave them the pizza. And they said, there's the spinach. I'm like, yeah, no, there is the spinach. So I give it to them, and they start to eat. And this is where it gets to the point where like I didn't know if I wanted to tell her or not. They kind of just like drop the pizza a little bit. They just kind of move it out of the way. Maybe get a little. They're trying to hold hands, get a little more than holding hands. You know what I mean? And then everyone was kind of grossed out. And then the guy ran to the bathroom and threw up everything. The pizza, the spinach covered pizza. I'm pretty sure the alcohol that was in there in the first place. He threw it all up, missed the toilet, of course, because why should he hit? And then my ass had to clean it up. So it was quite an experience. But yeah,
the joys of working in food service. Am I right?
He sounds like he's living his best life. I'm not gonna lie.
At 70, yeah,
he's having fun.
Yeah.
He's just doing stuff. He's a little delinquent. He's like, yeah.
He hasn't reached his peak yet, man.
Yeah,
but he will soon.
He's peaking at age 70. Yeah,
There you go.
it's based.
Living his best life.
Yeah.
Jed,
He's here for a good time, not a long time.
But he already made it for a long time, so now he's here for a
Yeah.
good time.
He doesn't give a shit no more.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Jed, I know you worked in the food industry for a little bit. How did that go? Got any crazy stories from there? J-
This man is.
But my dad was talking to me. I'm eating a
Oh.
cookie right now.
Nah,
Yeah?
that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. I have
During
to take that out of
recording?
your pay. Yeah.
During recording?
Yeah, I was crying.
I have to take that out of your pay.
So did you miss?
Wasn't
did
your
you miss-
microwave beeping though, William?
What
Before
microwave? I actually don't own one.
it
Actually,
was
my microwave,
beeping.
my
Yeah,
fuse
we'll
blew.
pick it up
So
later.
actually, I don't have a working microwave right now.
after
But good try.
after the episode? After the
Is
episode.
your fridge running?
But Jed, did you hear my question or?
I did not. No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Do you have any crazy stories from the food industry that you like to share? Any ones that ring a bell?
I've had a couple. I guess one off the top of my head. I worked at Zoe's for a good Zoe's Kitchen for a good 9 months. I remember there was just something just going down outside. Like this guy, this is in the heat of the pandemic. Like I'm working, gotta enforce COVID protocol, and we're okay, you have to have a mask to come inside, and this dude, he just would walk in no mask, and we'd be like, hey, can you put your mask on, please, and he's like, he would always just walk out and kind of just mumble under his breath and kind of oh, what the fuck. He came in one night. I didn't completely see it because I didn't deal with him, but he just started screaming after my coworker told him to put it on, just screaming in the middle of the store, what the fuck, I don't have to put my mask, and he walks out, and then my coworker who told him this trailed after him, he was pissed off. He's like, bro, what the fuck, and they borderline almost have a complete brawl in front of our manager. He's like, no, you can't do that, but
Yeah.
it was crazy. I'm like, bro, I this is my second or third month, so I was still very kept to myself. I'm like, I don't really know who these people are, so I'm gonna kind of
Mm-hmm.
hang back. But that was eye opening.
No, for sure. I definitely have had there was a fight while I was working. I mean, I don't want to steal Liam's spotlight, so I'm gonna give him the next story. But yeah, I can tell that one later. But Liam,
No.
you got a fight story from work at the zoo? Do
Yeah.
people get in fights at the zoo? Do those
I haven't
happen a lot?
actually seen a fight in the zoo. I mean, I have heard of people getting into animal enclosures. I've never seen it happen, but I know that has happened while I've been employed. So yeah. But the thing that made me think of your story, Jet, was this one time I was at the gift shop on the main road in the zoo, the one that goes through the middle of the zoo. Just it's called Nanuki Market, and it's got an outside sort of market thing where you can buy stuff. And I was just chilling there. I was really tired that day for whatever reason, but I was just sitting there because you never get any business on the outside because nobody wants to go outside. It's a million degrees outside, or go to a booth outside and buy I don't know, a turtle plushie or something, whatever we sell here. But yeah, so I'm just hanging out. It's right across from the whooping cranes, so they're always making noise. It's not a very peaceful place. There's always a million people walking by. And then I'm just chilling, and I just start hearing this really, really loud bird noise to my left. It's caw, caw, caw. And I'm just oh, the whooping cranes are being loud again, but that doesn't really sound like they're whooping cranes. And then I just it just keeps getting louder and louder. It's caw, 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 caw. It doesn't even sound like a bird anymore. It just sounds deranged. I'm what is that noise? And then I just see running to my right, just this guy. He's just bolting down, just screaming. I don't even know. He's just screaming at the top of his lungs, just bird noises. and there's like two security guards chasing him, and I don't know how this happened, but he is just like running through the middle of the zoo, screaming bird noises. I don't know what he did to get the security guards chasing him. Maybe just like making such a loud noise, but he just runs by, and I'm just like, what in the world just happened? And like, I I I I don't actually see what happens, but I do see. I keep hearing him. I hear him go off. Like I like don't see him anymore. He like runs into the crowd of people. Security guards run away as well, but I can still hear him making these bird noises. And I don't know. He just kind of fades into the distance, and then I just like everything goes back to normal. Nobody even says anything. I'm like, what? I go inside to see my coworkers. I'm like, yo, did you guys see that? And they were just like, what are you talking about? What happened? I was like,
Yeah.
did you not see the guy just yelling the bird noises and running through the zoo? And I talked to so many people that day about it, and none of them saw it except for me. I did not actually get to see the security guards chasing him, but like I'm
Did you see the guy?
starting to think I hallucinated or something. I don't even know. It was so
Did you
strange.
see the guy? Like,
Oh yeah,
he
I know
could,
what the guy looks like. He was like just a bald, heavy-set man. He was actually running pretty fast for his size.
could
You
he have
know,
possibly been a 70-year-old
he was definitely
living
not
his best
70.
life? Oh,
He,
okay.
he was he was just a dude. He was just running. He looked a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, he was just chilling at the zoo, running through the zoo, making noises at the birds and stuff. Which I mean,
And
he could have just been like trying to communicate with the birds. Now that I think about it, but
Maybe.
like,
Maybe he needed a friend.
About it.
Maybe that was set out for you. Maybe you
yeah,
needed to chase him down
maybe
and
yeah,
become this guy's friend.
He wanted you to
maybe it
come
was a
after him.
sign. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh man,
That's so
but yeah,
that's scary.
I'm
No, that's
crying.
a sign from God,
yeah.
man.
It
That's
was
a
kind
sign.
of just an average day at the zoo. I just like yeah.
Average
There's
work
always
day.
something going weird because it just attracts some weird people. Places like the zoo. I don't know.
Well, what I think is weird about the zoo is like I feel like the only people who go there are like tourists. And at that point it's like why the hell are you going to the zoo if you're touring like San Antonio?
Go look at the
Dude,
city.
I mean,
Or
there's
like
not
well,
much
I
to
mean the
do in
Alamo.
San Antonio. Not all that much. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
The Alamo takes
Yeah.
up like a good day. I
A
remember those
day at
field
the
trips we took.
Alamo? I
I
don't know
remember
about
the
that.
field trips we took 8 hours.
They stretched it out because there was
We
a
literally went to like
million
all the
kids.
missions though. We didn't go to like just one mission. I thought it was like we saw San Jose. We did the whatever the
Yeah,
funny
I guess
thing.
that's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
I mean, I like the zoo. Don't get me wrong. The zoo's cool, but it's
It is cool.
yeah.
It's a little
I wish they
stinky.
paid me more though. That would be the
How much do you
all the
get if
way.
you don't mind me asking?
Oh, it's. I mean, never ask a man his salary, but I'd have to say I get $9.50 an hour. It's hard
Damn,
work.
Oof.
that my job gave me well for a while it gave me 875, and then when I threatened to quit, they boosted up to 10, and then I quit anyway.
Yeah,
Oh my god, that's
I don't see myself here at the zoo very much longer. But it's just I enjoyed it while I had it. I mean, there was always something going on. It was like crazy, just because it's literally a zoo. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Zoo.
it not
yeah.
only does it
I
have
get it.
animals, but it's got people who act like
yeah,
animals.
yep. Never boring.
Never a dull moment.
Never a dull moment. Yeah.
Well,
Man.
I think we've about hit our time.
Nice.
I think
I
we've hit
think
our
so.
mark.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, Liam, I enjoyed
you.
the stories. I thought this was one of the more tamer episodes, which is good, coming off of last month, which was
The Victor episode.
the
Yeah.
Victor coming
Yeah.
out of the Victor episode. That's something we
Dude.
needed.
Only
Uh,
one Deku reference this episode.
Only one deck. Wow.
Like that two. Oh
there
god.
we go. Ended off
Yeah.
strong.
Wait, was it 0 JoJo references in one episode of JAWCast? That is insane.
No,
I
no, no.
wasn't.
You said one, but I didn't
You didn't
interrupt
comment.
too much.
Oh,
You said, "Oh my god."
dude. That is true.
It's just,
It's always you always have to interrupt for a JoJo reference.
For
So
sure.
I mean, it's just yeah.
it's on me.
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, Liam,
Yeah.
thank you, sir.
Yes,
Pleasure as
sir.
always.
I really enjoyed this
Easy.
opportunity. Yes.
Hey, man. We'll bring you back for this Christmas episode.
Hell yeah! I'm
That's
so
what you
ready
keep
for that.
talking about. Yes.
It's gonna
We're
be
hyping that
awesome.
one up. That's our
Yeah,
magnum
literally.
opus. That's our podcast magnum opus. That's the peak. All right. Well,
How do I make correct leave?
we'll talk to you later, Liam. Everyone
Yes,
say
sir.
goodbye, Liam.
Goodbye.
I don't know how to make correct
Goodbye.
leave.